Hello everyone. My name is Pavan and I'm your host for the day today. Today we have a very special session that is the strategies which investors use to procure the top entrepreneurs. And to deliver this session today, we have again a very special guest with us. So I will just share a brief introduction about her. We have with us Ms. Gunjan Rohilla. She's working as HR and administrator at Super Donuts, American Eatery and Bakery for the past 1 year. Having a strong background from engineering, which led to the field of data science and worked there for 3 years. She is also a yoga and meditation teacher for the past 8 years, culminating all the knowledge from every field to master the one. So I just need your help to welcome her to deliver the session today. Ms. Gunjan.
Hi. Thank you so much for that introduction. That was really kind of you, Pavan. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
My name is Gunjan. I think I'm audible to everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, great. So everybody's comfortable with English or Hindi? Yeah, English, beach mein chale ho.
Yeah, you can use mixed language, ma'am.
Okay, perfect.
English is also comfortable, whether in which way you are comfortable, that's okay.
Perfect. I just want everybody's comfort.
Yes.
So I was told that we have students with us also, first year students, third year students, and we have faculty members with us. And I'm very grateful for you all to keep have this time and let us have this interaction. I've had this session earlier also, not with you, but the same interaction. So I think this is a very upbeat topic and a very requested topic that has been asked. So you have already introduced me, Pavan, but I'd like to introduce myself again. So my name is Gunjan, and I've done my engineering actually, and I'm an electronics and communication engineer now in the field of HR. And I think I would like to see everybody's faces if that is possible. Is that possible?
Okay. I request the faculty members and students if they can switch on their cameras, please.
Yeah, it will be easier to interact. Otherwise, I'll feel like I'm talking to a screen. With everybody's comfort, whenever everybody's comfortable. So I've done my engineering from electronics and communication, and then I did some data science application certifications, went to the field of data science, did their work for a very long time. And then I understood that staying in front of a camera or in front of a laptop all the time is not my thing. I'm somebody who can nurture or you can, guide people well. So I went to the industry where people actually needed me to hear me out to what I have to share. So this is perfect, again, a very great platform to share everything. So I'm also a yoga and meditation teacher since 9 years now. So mixing that with all the expertise that I have gained or whatever knowledge that I've gained, it becomes very easy for anybody to incorporate in their own lives. So that was about my background. And I've been working for Super Donuts, and Super Donuts is a food and beverage industry. We've been in the industry for since 10 years now, and we have 20 outlets running across the pan India. So I think that's been quite a great journey for the whole company itself. We have our plans, like we want to have 60 outlets by in the next 2 years or 3 years. That is what we're looking at, because even during COVID, we did 20 outlets. So us time pe bhi COVID में भी 2020 में हमारे 4 outlets खुले, 2021 में 5 खुले. So I think investors तो थे. Okay. So even now with us, we have this form that we ask people to fill in for us, and that count just yesterday went to 207. So if this will bring to the topic that we are actually going on to. So we have 207 investors ready to invest in a company which already has 20 outlets up and running, operational. And 200 out of 207, few are company owned, few are franchises. So of course we have scrutinized it to a level that we have selected only few people. And that is the topic what we're talking about today. What are we actually looking at? What an investor is going to do, or what an investor can actually give us, or we can give it to them mutually so that we can decide on the factors. So based on the whole study, based on the whole experience that I've gained in this company, so I've come up with some points that can, like, help everybody. तो points में भी ऐसा रखेंगे कि I cannot show you a presentation because I'm not that kind of person कि presentation on करे और बातें करते रहे. So I'd like to have this a very interactive session. I might ask few questions. I would love to hear some of the answers also in between if everybody's upbeat about it. So we have a few strategies that we look into an investor for. First of all is the results. Okay, everybody thinks कि result is something जो आपका last में बात की जानी चाहिए. आपने सारा कुछ कर दिया but result की बात last में करो. But we think that result is your main idea. If you want to sell a pen, then that result is itself your own main idea. तो वो पेन कैसे काम करेगा, वो पेन perfectly कैसे काम करेगा, हमारे लिए comfort कितना रहेगा, even that is the result that we look for. You should have, first of all, result in your hand. How are you going to get a result out in your hand? So सबसे पहले build and sell. First of all, we perfectly had quill pens with it. I do have a quill pen with me right now, which is this pen. Okay. So this pen was working great with us. Nothing wrong was going on. Everything, we were still being able to write it. And why did we need a innovation to get into this? I'm just going through a very simple example. Why did we need this? So of course, a person who thought that we need some more comfort, we need to write faster, we need to have ease of writing through these pens. So अगर उसने ये सब सोचा, I just feel like he must have gone to people with a new pen, with a new innovation. कि ये चीज देखो, ये नया अच्छा है, ये काम आएगा, just go through it. तो लोगों को build किया उसकी चीज की तरफ, फिर उसको बेचना शुरू किया. That is what a decent product will have. A decent idea should have, that you have to build it up to people and then sell it up through your word of mouth, through everything. Have results about it. And of course, people are going to tell you कि इसमें कुछ तो खराबी है. Right? Not every idea that you represent is going to be like, this is the perfect thing to happen. Yeah, somebody said carrying ink like that is kind of uncommon. Sure, that is what I'm talking about. That carrying ink is not easy. So this is something that you need to build and sell. Whenever you have an idea, whenever you have a result out in your hand कि ये चीज करने से ये चीज होने वाली है, उसको आपको प्रेजेंट करना बहुत आसान हो जाता है because you have an idea about it. Next thing is, what can go wrong with your product? ठीक है, आपने सारा कुछ तैयार कर लिया, but what builds your confidence in your own idea is that you know क्या गलत जा सकता है. ठीक है, always have things in your hand because we have 100 people out there. We have 100 visions about the same thing. Okay, if I give you an idea about this robotics company, then a certain person will go in different direction to robotics को अलग-अलग तरह से उसको पकड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे. एक सिंगल लॉजिक के लिए 100 दिमाग अगर लगाएं तो 100 तरीके से भी दिमाग आ सकते हैं. तो उसी तरीके से हर परफेक्ट चीज के साथ एक ना एक लॉजिक ऐसा जाएगा जो आपका गलत जरूर जाएगा. And I believe that we should always have risk analysis with your product, with your idea कि क्या गलत हो सकता है, क्या सही जा सकता है. जैसे ही आपके पास आपके रिस्क एनालिसिस का एक एक आंसर होता है, you become more confident. Immediately आपके अंदर और कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाएगा कि इस चीज के लिए ये जवाब आएगा तो क्या होगा. Now the thing is, when you're presenting something in front of an entrepreneur, और आप इन्वेस्टर है या आप किसी भी तरीके से जा रहे हैं, आप अगर एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं और इन्वेस्टर के सामने बैठे हैं, आपने आइडिया प्रेजेंट किया, you know that this problem might occur. What to do then? Sometimes आप किसी के सामने उस टाइम पे बात कर रहे होते हैं, बात करते करते कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम निकल के आ जाती है. So first thing is, either you go well prepared कि ये वाली चीज मैंने सॉर्ट कर ली है, उसके बाद उसका आंसर के साथ आप जाओ. Maybe you've not solved the whole thing, but at least have an answer about that. अगर आपके पास ये भी पता है कि ये उस टाइम पे सॉल्व नहीं होगा, at least have step ready कि इसके बाद हम ऐसा कर सकते हैं, इसके बाद ऐसा कर सकते हैं. स्टेप मार्किंग बहुत पहले खत्म हो गई थी, लेकिन इन्वेस्टर्स के साइड पे अभी भी चल रही है. ठीक है, so you should always have your steps ready with yourself कि आप क्या आगे प्रेजेंट करने वाले. Then very important thing is gel up, sell up. So I came to City University अभी recently एक HR conclave हुआ था. So I was there and I could see that everybody was mingling, everybody was meeting each other. They were so happy. और कुछ लोग पहली बार मिल रहे थे. And the right person wanted to meet the right person. ऐसा था, इस तरह से be in a network, meet people, go out in conclaves, go out in places where people are actually talking about the same thing. That is how you're going to get through your own idea. अगर आप अपने से अच्छा हो सकता है आपका आइडिया रिलेटेड टू क्रिएटिविटी है, रिलेटेड टू सम राइटिंग अ नॉवल है, ठीक है. आई एम गोना गिव अ लॉट ऑफ आइडियाज, लॉट ऑफ फील्ड्स आई एम गोना टच कि ये आइडियाज वहां से निकाल सकते हो. लेट्स सी आपका आइडिया एक नॉवल राइटिंग के ऊपर है, that you want to write something regarding this, but जो आप जिस फील्ड में या जिस नेटवर्किंग एरिया में जा रहे हो वहां पे कोई और ही काम चल रहा है. लेट्स से इट्स डेटा प्रोसेसिंग itself. It's a very technical field that is going on and you want to be a writer. I want to tell you that people are diverse. Even if you go to a conclave or a meeting where people are of the different technical background or a different arena and different environment, you can still find people there who are going to talk to you about how you can write better. It's never like you're going to get a writing piece, better advice in a writer's progression area only. तो आप कहीं पे भी जाएंगे आपको कुछ ना कुछ पिक करने को मिल जाएगा. So this is what I want everybody to have, that you should wherever अगर हम इस मीटिंग में भी आए हैं तो कुछ लोग आए होंगे मीटिंग में, चलो अरे बोला है लिंक ज्वाइन करना है तो करना है, एक ये होता है. दूसरा होता है if you're in this meeting, you're here in this meeting, you're gonna talk to the person, you're gonna give out your ideas. That is how things are gonna get out for you. ये आपके लिए कैसे काम कर सकते हैं, this is how it is going to work. Also, I advise people to talk in positive tones. Positive tones में मतलब क्या, whenever you asking a question, ensure you ask it yourself first कि आप इसका क्या जवाब दे सकते हैं. अगर आप इसका जवाब एक positive tone में दे सकते हैं, then it is a good question. Because whenever you are asking somebody in a yes manner, कि वो आगे से yes बोले. Like if I ask you anything which says are you comfortable right now, most of the people will say yes because आप लोग पहले से सेटअप करके बैठे हो, ठीक है. So you be like हाँ ठीक है, yes I'm comfortable. तो have answers, have questions which have a positive response in front of you, ठीक है, वो बहुत important है. Then why a positive response? Let's say अगर आप कोई नई face cream बनाना चाह रहे हो, this is your idea that you want to make a face cream, but then you go up and sell up to people and say कि अरे आपके फेस पे झुर्रियां बहुत है, इसको लगा लीजिए और झुर्रियां चली जाएंगी. दिस इज अ वेरी नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट टू वन पर्सन. तो वो बोलेगा मेरे को बुढ़ा बोला, ठीक है. So better, always better idea is to say that your collagen levels will boost up, your inner hydration will raise up, your whole skin will glow out. You don't need to point out the negative aspects of a person going wrong in them, but of course, get into the deeper levels of person that says that it's going to be a positive impact on your life. Nothing negative is happening to you, but something positive will come out of it. So it's always a great idea while being an investor, while being an entrepreneur, to see into that कि आप एक पॉजिटिव नोट के साथ उसको लेके जा रहे हैं. That then what does an investor get out of it? This is our point number 4. अभी तक किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो प्लीज डू राइट इट डाउन इन द चैट बॉक्स. आई सी साइड बाय साइड, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, वी कैन टॉक. इट्स अ वेरी इंटरैक्टिव सेशन आई वांट. Okay, these Tushar is saying these things are very general, but people are ignoring these things as they prefer just go with the flow, or they just think that these things are not much effective, but these are actually foundational. Oh, you're impressed. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tushar. So this brings to our 4th point. What does an investor get? Okay, you are the CEO of the company. You are going to be the CEO of the company just because of your own idea. Okay, your idea is going to be the basis and the foundation of the company that you're thinking and planning for the future. So I would like you to have this vision. अगर आप कहीं invest करने जा रहे हो, you want an investor to put money into your idea. What would you want? You would want to know how you're going to get back that money. when you will get that back money, how is the entrepreneur planning to get you back that money. इन्वेस्टर को सिर्फ और सिर्फ क्या चाहिए, आपका आइडिया अच्छा हो गया, आपकी सारी पिच अच्छी हो गई, बट देन योर प्रॉफिट लॉस सिचुएशन, व्हाट आर यू गोना डू अबाउट इट. आप जो प्रोडक्ट लेके आ रहे हो सामने, उसका लॉन्ग टर्म में क्या इफेक्ट आने वाला है, उसका वापस क्या रिटर्न आने वाला है. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव अ प्रोजेक्शन शीट. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि सुपर डोनट्स आगे 2 साल में 3 साल में वी प्लानिंग टू हैव 60 आउटलेट्स ओपनड अप, अभी 20 है, तो मतलब 40 और का हमने सोचा है अगले 2-3 साल में. वो कैसे होगा? हाउ आर वी गोना गो अबाउट इट? बाय बिकॉज वी हैव इन्वेस्टर्स रेडी विद अस. ओके, so we have people ready with us, we're just scrutinizing them, we're just going through a lot of detailed process of knowing कि कौन हमारे साथ ठीक रहेगा, उनका क्या बिहेवियर रहेगा. बिजनेस इज समथिंग दैट यू गोना गो फॉर एवर. अगर आप किसी के साथ सोचते हो कि आपने कुछ काम करना है या आपने फ्यूचर लाइफ या इसकी तरफ से पैसा आने वाला है, यू वुड लाइक दैट टू हैव फॉर अ फॉरएवर इम्पैक्ट इन योर लाइफ. तो उसी तरीके से इन्वेस्टर को ये चाहिए कि आप जो अपना आइडिया प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो उसमें से पैसे कैसे वापस आएंगे. कैसे वापस आएंगे वो तो आपको हुआ प्रोजेक्शन शीट, कि ऐसे ऐसे करके आप ये मार्केटिंग करोगे, ये वाले प्लान्स बनाओगे, ये आपका प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस रहेगा, यहाँ आप इन्वेस्ट करोगे, यहाँ से वापस आएगा पैसा, कितने टाइम में पैसा वापस आएगा, जो इन्वेस्टमेंट हुई उसको कब कब पूरा रिटर्न करोगे. तो एक ये मनी का फ्लो चार्ट आपके पास होना बहुत जरूरी है. नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट एवरीबॉडी डज नॉट हैव अ सेंस ऑफ द सेम थिंग, कि आप कैसे पैसा वापस लेके आने वाले हो, कैसे ये प्रोजेक्शन शीट बनाने वाले हो. फॉर दैट यू नीड टू सिट डाउन विद योर सेल्फ एंड सी लोगों के फीडबैक क्या आ रहे हैं. आप अपने जो प्रोडक्ट लेके आ रहे हो उसका फीडबैक क्या चल रहा है, उसका कितना इम्प्रूवमेंट आप कर सकते हो, कब आपको उसको मार्केट में प्रेजेंट करना चाहिए. इमीडिएटली डू नॉट गेट इनटू द आइडिया कि आप फंड रेजिंग ट्रेन पे बैठोगे और कोई ना कोई पैसा दे देगा. यू नीड टू हैव that ability to take the negative impact on you as well. You need to be that much strong. तो वो आपको with time आता रहेगा. ठीक है. Next is not opaque but transparent, 100% transparent. Now I understand, since whenever somebody is trying कि हमें अपना खुद का बिजनेस शुरू करना है, तो उन लोगों के पास एक इस सीड के पीछे एक बहुत ही सेफ थॉट होता है कि मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट या तो फ्रेंड्स से मिल जाएगी या फैमिली से मिल जाएगी. राइट. तो फ्रेंड्स और फैमिली हमारा एक बेस बन जाता है कि उनके साथ उनसे तो पैसा मिल ही जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर वेरी मच सॉर्टेड अबाउट दैट थिंग. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कोई बिजनेस का आइडिया लेके आता है तो उसके पास पहले ये एक सेफ्टी नेट होता है, उसके बाद वो बिजनेस का आइडिया लेते हैं. नाउ वी आर ब्रेकिंग दोज नॉर्म्स. तो फर्स्ट थिंग इज, व्हेनेवर यू हैव एन इन्वेस्टर who's your family, who's a friend, who's very close to you, somebody like that, you should be very transparent with them. आपको कोई भी चीज नहीं छुपानी है, not even a single step that you want to take into your business, not into your personal lives are different of course, but whatever your steps you're going to take professionally in that business, you should be very transparent with the people who are going to be your partners. Somebody wants to say something? Okay. So for that, how can you be very transparent with your partners? तो आपका जो ग्रोथ चार्ट चल रहा है, अगर आपके कोई पार्टनर साइलेंट पार्टनर, somebody is like they invested money in your whole thing, whole idea, whole business, but they want to be updated about that, तो उनको हफ्ते के बाद, 15 दिन के बाद, महीने के बाद, क्वार्टरली, 6 महीने के बाद, just keep giving them an input about how you are using their money. This is very important. Whenever you get an investor from your family, always tell them, even if it is your father, tell them that this is how you're using money. They actually open out investing in your plans for other actions. अगर आपने इन्वेस्टमेंट करी और आपका ग्रोथ भी उस तरीके से नहीं हो रहा है, आई थिंक यू शुड ऑलवेज गो फॉर अ फीडबैक नीचा खींचने को, कई लोग हमें डिग्रेड करने को भी ऐसा नेगेटिव फीडबैक दे सकते हैं, बट ऑलवेज लुक थ्रू द फीडबैक्स आपके लिए क्या काम करेगी. विल गेट टू दैट इन द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द होल टॉक, उसके बाद हम बात करेंगे. सो इफ देयर इज अ पॉजिटिव फीडबैक, it's good, it's perfect. If the feedback is positive and negative, then okay, then your plan is floating at least. आपका at least एक stagnant पे भी आके you can stay at that point. That means you need a little nudge to go over a little more. इतना ठीक है. If the feedback is going negative from your friends and family, if somebody is saying too negative about it, or somebody is pointing out some legit things about your ideas, then I think you should sit down, work on it again, represent your pitch again to the investor, represent everything again. Okay. So next is key, sixth point is we have friends, we have families, but some people do have ideas and they don't know how to get an investor, where to go to find an investor. Then there's I think I did not know earlier. Now I know it because I'm into this field. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है गवर्नमेंट भी बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करती है. You need to know how government is helping. See, government का काम क्या है? What they are interested in, that economy is raised. Your idea is going to raise that economy, and they're always going to help you. You need to have a proper pitch ready with yourself. There are certain प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना, then there are MSMEs को support करने के लिए अलग अलग हैं. Then there are 3 to 5 main जो है उनके साथ निकल सकते हैं. अच्छा, प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना has 3 again. आप बिल्कुल अगर बिगिनर हैं तो 50,000 तक की इन्वेस्टमेंट मिल सकती है. Then if you're into mid term, आपको 5 लाख तक की मिल सकती है. फिर जो हाई रेंज आपको 10 लाख से ऊपर की इन्वेस्टमेंट मिल सकती है. सो आप अगर वेल एस्टैब्लिश्ड बिजनेस हैं अगर, तो उसके बाद आपको 10 लाख से ऊपर. सो प्लीज गो थ्रू गवर्नमेंट वेबसाइट्स जो आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट में आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं. There's so many times that I've seen, I have people around me who worked in government organizations, and people from outside the country, like a very not outside the country, outside the government sphere, they do pitch them into some applications, some ideas which can help government build into a better systems. तो आपके पास अगर वो कुछ idea है, always go with the pitch ready with them. They do launch it up. अभी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए स्कूल्स के अंदर इतनी एप्लीकेशन, जैसे हमारा चॉक पैड वगैरह होता है, वैसे ही हमारे गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स के लिए भी एक ऐसा लॉन्च किया गया था रिसेंटली. सो आई थिंक दैट पर्सन वाज अ सिंगल गाय हु वाज जस्ट इनटू प्रोग्रामिंग एंड ही हैड एन आइडिया दैट ही कैन हेल्प स्टूडेंट्स for something. So he had a whole pitch ready with himself, and the whole school government got on board with it. Now it's happening pan India. So it's all about one idea that can get ahead. बहुत आगे निकल सकते हैं, just that you need to have everything sorted. Okay. Then is presentation, sir. Okay. So I am somebody who was into presentations earlier. Until I was into an MNC, I loved presentations because I think that made me sorted. Even now I have a notebook with me here. It's not a presentation, it's just the points that I've written so that I don't forget about what I'm going to talk about. So it's very important, if you are in at a student level, always prepare a presentation for the investor so that they're interested and they know that you have really prepared for this pitch. Okay. So what to have in presentation? It is very important. आपकी presentation boring नहीं होनी चाहिए. पहली चीज तो ये, आपकी presentation अगर boring हो गई, इसका मतलब investor आधे रास्ते में ही निकल चुका है. Even if your idea is great, if you cannot give them a vision of what you want with this idea, it's going to go to a waste. ये पूरा hard and fast truth है ये. So first of all, always have a presentation ready with you which has minimum words. Okay, even right now I've just written the high key points in front of me. Nothing else is written. I'm just saying, अच्छा इसके बाद ये point है, I have to explain this to them. Why? Because I know what I want to talk about. Why? Because I've prepared for this. Why did I prepare for this? Because I don't want to look like a fool. Same is with you. You don't want to look like a fool in front of an investor. Always prepare your presentation. Just keep headlines in your presentation ready. Do not put any of the text in the presentation. Just आपको पता होना चाहिए आप इसके बारे में क्या बात करने वाले हो, because this is your idea. You're not presenting somebody else's ideas. You need to be very confident about what you're talking. First of all is that. Next, presentation may it's better to have more and more graphics. Graphics, I don't mean by that कि आप बहुत ही graphic designer को बिठा लो और बहुत ही खतरनाक graphics दिखाओ, but at least have a vision, a mood board ready with you that this is my idea and I want to do this with this idea. This is the future of this idea. The first thing that I talk to you about, results. That you need to talk about results in the first go. कि आपके इन्वेस्टर को ये दिखना चाहिए कि आप क्या चाह रहे हो. You need to have that vision. Last but not the least, find that man. Now, this is something that I really, where most of us go wrong. Find that man. You know, we ask a lot of questions about bade generals. Find that seed man, if I like to say. Find that seed man. मैं आपको बोलूं कि आप अपने प्रोडक्ट को सॉफ्ट सेल करो. आप मेरी टेस्ट करने के लिए you can ask me what is soft selling. Please ask such questions to Google. ऐसे सवाल Google को पूछें तो बहुत अच्छे जवाब मिलेंगे. Ask people जो आपको Google पे आंसर मिल जाए. See, the point of keeping this whole interaction is so that you can, आपको सब जो भी अभी मैंने बातें कही सबकी सब इंटरनेट पे मिल जाएंगी. But when you talk with your experience, when you talk with something that has relevance behind it, that has some point behind it जो सामने वाले को जाके समझ आ सकता है, उसको insight बोलते हैं. ठीक है? For such sessions to happen, this is an insight. Okay, this is not a Google interview. This is not something that Google can answer. This is not an experience not be told by Google. Of course, you can read as many articles as you want to, but don't go for answers like what is this, what is that. Ask those questions to Google. When you need to go ahead of your game, ahead of the time, when you've got all the questions ready with everything else, ask the insightful questions to people who have experience in that field. Find that seed man is all that about it is. Seed man क्या, हमारे पास ना बहुत सारे investors ऐसे होते हैं जो particular field में ही invest करते हैं. Okay, so there's this Mr. Naval Ravikant. I'm very impressed with that guy. He invests so much in different people. Of course, तो उन लोगों उनके पास भी बहुत सारे options होते हैं, ideas होते हैं. You go and pitch him. He is going to invest. But how to reach that person is very important. Whenever you're looking to a particular investor, you've seen that this person invests in this kind of fields. Please go and hear their podcast if there are. Go and hear their interviews if there are. Go and read some article about them. Go and see whatever they are required, whatever they're seeing into an entrepreneur. अगर आपके पास कोई आइडिया है लेकिन उसके पीछे आपका इंटेंशन ही नहीं हो रहा, कोई उसके पीछे आपका कोई मोटिव समझ नहीं आ रहा, उसके पीछे आपका कुछ भी प्रेजेंटेशन प्रॉपर नहीं हो रही है उसकी, तो वो इन्वेस्टर शायद आप में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करे. बट गो ऑलवेज फॉर द पर्सन जो आपको लगता है कि इस बंदे से मुझे इन्वेस्ट करवाना है, तो इसके सामने मुझे पिच रखनी है. वो पिच में वो क्या देखता है, गो थ्रू दैट. डू नॉट जस्ट गेट रेडी विद द पिच ऑन योर ओन कि मैंने ये किया है, मैं ये बताऊंगा. नो, दैट इज नॉट हाउ थिंग्स वर्क. थिंग्स दैट वर्क आर ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी टू एंड. आप अगर इन्वेस्टर के पास जा रहे हो तो इन्वेस्टर भी एंटरप्रेन्योर के पास बैठा है, तो दोनों का टू वे कनेक्शन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कि आप देखो उसको क्या चाहिए, उसने देखना है आप में वो क्या देखेगा. ठीक है, ऑलवेज हैव अ आइडिया रेडी विद योर ओन कि इस चीज के लिए मुझे ऐसे पिच करना है. ठीक है, दैट सम्स अप टू द 8 पॉइंट्स दैट आई वांटेड टू टेल यू अबाउट. बट पिछले जो मेरा 3-4 इसी के रिलेटेड कुछ सेशंस हुए थे, नॉट विद सच यूनिवर्सिटी बट समवेयर एल्स. तो वहां एक बड़ा ही प्यारा सा सवाल किसी ने किया कि मैम व्हाट इफ आई डोंट हैव एनी आइडियाज. ये बहुत ही सिंपल सा थे, मेरे पास तो कोई आइडिया नहीं है बट आई वांट टू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस, कैसे शुरू करें. आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज रीड. Read as much as you can. I'm not going to ask you to read business books. I'm not going to ask you to read only the things that are related to investments. Read what you like. So जैसे why I'm asking to read is a very simple answer कि your brain starts working. Okay, whenever we are very stagnant in our brain, there are no ideas. There's nothing flourishing. There's nothing going on in the head. When you start reading, your mind starts thinking, and then you start giving out ideas. Now I'm not asking you. अभी क्या है ना, कई लोग बहुत फंस जाते हैं कि अगर बुक पकड़ ली तो पूरी बुक पढ़नी है, और नहीं पढ़ी तो अपने आप को गिल्ट ट्रिप में डाल दिया. प्लीज हैव दिस एक्सेस टू योर ओन सेल्फ कि अगर मेरे 410 पेज की बुक पकड़ी और मेरे को 12वें पेज पे कुछ मिल गया जो मेरे काम का था, तो वो बाकी पेजेस कैन जस्ट रिलैक्स. आई विल नॉट रीड देम अहेड. और ना मैं अपने आप को गिल्ट ट्रिप में लेके जाऊंगी कि अरे मैंने पूरी बुक नहीं पढ़ी. ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू वांट टू गो अहेड एंड रीड इट, बट इफ इट इज डन देन जस्ट लीव इट and go ahead, get to another book, get into another writing, get into another reading. अच्छा, ये चीज का आइडिया हर किसी को नहीं लगता है. एवरीबॉडी इज लाइक एक बुक शुरू कर दी तो पूरी करनी है, बहुत ही डिफरेंट लगेगा. तो शायद आई गेट बैक टू, आई रीड दैट क्वेश्चन अगेन. तो ये सारी चीजें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कीप दिस हैबिट ऑफ रीडिंग. नाउ अनदर क्वेश्चन वाज कि मैम मेरे दिमाग में थॉट्स बहुत है, तो उसका क्या करें? आई हैव अ वेरी highly functional brain which has a lot of incomplete thoughts. तो उसका आंसर ये है कि प्लीज राइट देम डाउन. हमारा आधा प्रॉब्लम इसलिए खत्म नहीं होता क्योंकि हम लोग उसको लिखते ही नहीं. whenever you've written an idea, you've seen like best ideas come when you're in shower. ठीक है, that is a given thing. तो वो शावर के टाइम में फटाफट से जाके उसको लिख लो जो आइडिया आया. It's a very perfect thing to balance your life. Whenever you're thinking something that this is very great, go out and write it. It is very important to write your ideas. Even if it is incomplete, someday or the other, you know that you've written this somewhere. Someday the other, that incomplete thing is going to complete in its own self. वो होगा एक दिन. But then you need to write it first. Okay. So there are few things that I was very impressed from Naval Ravikant and other people's also. So he had this very ongoing thought of take matters in your own hand. Like I told you about that book, don't guilt trip you into something that you're not able to complete or not able to do. If you've gained something out of it, that means its purpose is solved. So you can go ahead and get on with your life. जो भी आपको ideas आके present करें वो सब कुछ करो. Then identify your bad habits. It's very important. I think bad habits means it could mean for somebody कि वो पूरी रात से लेके पूरी सुबह तक सो रहे हैं, बहुत लेट तक उठ रहे हैं, then the whole day is drained. कईयों के लिए वो बैड हैबिट हो सकती है. कईयों के लिए हो सकता है कि वो सारी रात काम करते हैं, दिन में भी नहीं सोते, they're draining their energies. Again it can be a bad habit. Have a good sleep, have some good routine. मतलब कोई भी आपको लगता है कि ये bad habit है, just get started with it. Now most of the people that student life में हमारे साथ क्या होता है, यार वो मेरा friend तो क्या बोलेगा मेरे बारे में. See, 20 साल के बाद जब आप यहाँ से सक्सेसफुल हो चुके होगे, वो शायद 20 साल बाद आइडेंटिफाई करेगा कि ये मेरे में बुरी चीज थी जो मुझे रिजॉल्व करनी थी. If you can identify it right now, it's great. Good for you. You can get started even after the session ends. वो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप अभी शुरू कर लो. Just identify your bad habit and go ahead with it. Next is happiness. Prioritize happiness. मैं इसको कितना emphasize कर सकती हूँ उतना कम है. Prioritize your happiness. Wherever you are happy, please do that. Please do that idea. Go ahead with that idea. If you're happy with some idea, take some feedbacks, incorporate everything into it, but prioritize your happiness into it. It's very important. Then is intentional living. This is the last thing that I want to say. Intentional living is very, very important. Whatever you're doing, it should have some intention behind it, some thought behind it. Even if you're sitting right here, right now, listening to me, you should have an intention that you want to take out something from me talking here. So that is all that I want to say, and I'll read what Tushar has written. If we don't have ideas, I think we should mess around the things we are passionate about, or if we don't know this, then we need to get into different things to get to know what I like, what I love, what's my interest actually, and what's the problem in the field, how I can resolve it. Absolutely true, Tushar. That is what I was trying to say. If you have no idea, then you should read, first of all. बेसिकली रीड का मैं इसलिए ज्यादा बोलती हूँ बिकॉज वहां पे इंसान एक फोकस होके उस चीज को देखता है rather than just enjoyment, you're also gaining something. तो मैं इसलिए रीड के लिए ज्यादा बोलती हूँ. Of course you can get into different activities. If you want to get into the creative field, get into different classes, go and learn new things, go out. Why to sit down and not do anything? That is my whole point. Yeah, so that is it from me, everybody. I hope it was great for you. I had fun talking to you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really, really a wonderful session. Means the ideas you presented, they were really helpful for the students, I must say. Means they were so easy to handle, so easy to go, easy to understand, I would say, for each and every student. So it was lovely. Yes. And you are really a very good speaker. I always have learned from you. So, so I would request the students. Yes. So I request the students, if you have any queries, please you can ask. It's a wonderful platform for you all to have experts to answer them. So please ask if you have any queries. Am I audible?
Ma'am, you are audible. Please continue.
Okay,
Ma'am, you are
thank you so
audible.
much for the confirmation. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for the confirmation. So I guess there's a network issue with Gunjan ma'am. She just left the meeting. She's here. Yes, so I would again request the students. So if you have any queries. Okay. So meanwhile, I request the IT team to display the token of love. So Gunjan ma'am, we have a special token of, respect and love for you. And this is for you for presenting a wonderful session for us, for our students.
Thank you so much. It's
Really,
really
truly
great.
value your contribution as an expert speaker.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great.
Done. So I guess we can wind up this session. So thank you so much, ma'am, once again, and we would love to hear you again in one of our sessions.
Sure. I'll be
So
happy to be there.
done, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.